Okay, so I'm going to make a short video about, hopefully it's short, how to glue this together. This is the cube I just created in the previous video. Tools I'm going to need here, as I mentioned before, Q-tips. Everybody has these in their, it's a household item. I put a little piece of cardboard down to protect my self-healing cutting mat because I don't want glue to dry on this and then create this texture that I don't want. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of this glue. I'm going to squeeze it on here and then make sure you put your cap back on. And I'm just going to start with one corner here. I'll start with this guy. So what I'm going to do is just get a little bit of glue and treat it like a paintbrush. And that way you can kind of like paint it on, flatten it out. Put the glue back in there. And after you do that, what I forgot to do was pre-cut some of these pieces of tape so I can just grab it. I'm gonna have to just gently put that down. Try to get a couple pieces ready to go. Putting them here, you can see what I'm doing, but I'm gonna put them on my table which you can't see. I'm just gonna be getting like 3 or 4 of them ready to go. Can just use little tiny pieces. My corner is nice and square. It's not flipping over too much or on one side too much. And I'm happy with that. So I'm going to do the other side now. And I will say over the years, I've learned a lot from my students. Very creative ways of putting things together. I'm going to take a clean Q-tip and wipe off the excess glue, if there was any. Sorry, I'm not in the viewfinder. Now what I should have done was done this side first and then these two sides at the same time, but I did not do that. So what I'm gonna have to do is maybe try to glue these both edges simultaneously. Sitting down, but I'm going to stand up. Sometimes you want to stick your finger in there and just kind of press the glue on all those tabs, just since you have the opportunity to get inside of the form at the moment. Kind of see what's happening inside there. Now, this is where it gets a little tricky because you have to glue these down. You can't stick your hand in there. And then you have to glue this guy down there. And it's going to look like this in the end. But you want it to be nice and clean. And see that little gap right there? You don't want that to be showing. So you want that to be flush. So at the end, or hopefully the tape will take care of that. Now, once you get all the little glue on your hands and you touch this, you will get the edge. Oh, shucks, I forgot to give myself more tape. You will put a little glue on the surface of the form and it can get it dirty. So do your best to not touch the glue. And if you do, wipe it off the surface of the cube immediately. This one would be good if I just put it down the center. So there you go. So what I'm going to do is just let this baby dry for 5 minutes or so, maybe 10, depends. I can go on to another project or building another form and let this guy dry. Just to be safe, I think I'm going to tape this down too. And then you can peel it off, but I'd say 5 minutes or more. I'm sure there's directions on here about how long it takes to cure, but it might be good enough in 5 minutes. All right.